you're watching this video, it likely means that you already have a toddler and you likely, just like us, have another baby on the way. Welcome back to the Carnahan fam. We're so glad to have you here. Today we are focusing on how to help your toddler to be able to prepare for that new baby to come into your home. This is a huge transition for them, and there are so many ways that you can help your toddler to prepare for this new big change in their life. If you've been here before, then you know we actually already have two toddlers, a 2.5-year-old Christian and a 1.5-year-old Ainsley. So we've been through this preparation with our toddler before. These 5 simple ways to help your toddler prepare for a new baby will not only help your toddler to ease into that transition, but it will also help your whole family dynamic as your whole family is about to change into something new. The last thing I want to say before we get into those 5 ways to prepare your toddler for the new baby is that we do these things throughout the entire pregnancy. It's not just the last month or 2, it's throughout the entire pregnancy, because the longer that your toddler has to be able to make this adjustment, the easier the adjustment will be. So when it's a life transition as big as this, welcoming a new member of their family, you're gonna want as much time to prepare your toddler for that as you can get. All right, let's get started. The first thing that we're gonna do to prepare our toddlers for this new big change as you introduce a new baby into your family is that in as many situations as you can, reinforce independence. Your toddler is likely between the ages of 1 and 3, and at that point your toddler typically depends on you for a lot of things still. I mean, everything from dressing and food preparing and cleaning up, not to mention all of the emotional support that they need with their big feelings at this stage as well. Toddlerhood is a very parental hands-on stage, and to throw a newborn on top of that, your hands are just gonna get even busier. So reinforcing opportunities that your toddler can be independent at home will not only help to build their self-confidence and help them to feel capable and like that big brother and sister that they are, but it'll also help to free up your hands a little bit. Toddler independence is something that we are so passionate about that we actually have a 2-part video on our channel already of 10 easy ways to help support that independence with your toddler. If you are looking for ways to reinforce independence, I will link the part 1 above and both of them in the description below as you are preparing your toddler for your new baby. So that first one in itself is really focused on the toddler. Now for number 2, we want to prepare your toddler for what to expect when the baby arrives, so it's not as much of a surprise. This is everything from how baby is going to be communicating with you, i.e. crying and crying and crying some more, what that crying might mean, and the things that we can do as a family to help baby feel better when they're crying. Reading books with your toddler is a great way to be able to prepare your toddler for these situations and illustrate and demonstrate what having a new baby in your home might look like. When you read these stories, swap out the names in the book with the members of your family. This will help to make the book more personal and relatable for your toddler as she considers herself in this new situation with the baby.
Our baby Sissy arrived today. Ainsley's a big sister now. Look what Ainsley can do.
Didi.
That's a baby.
Huh?
Yeah, so soft. And look, there's a bottle. Should we give some to the baby?
Yeah.
Thanks. When baby's sleeping, no noise. Ainsley quietly plays with all her toys.
Going one step further, you might even create your own social story as a family of what having a new baby in your home might look like. We have a very short verbal story that I've been telling Christian throughout my entire pregnancy with this little girl. It's really helped my toddler to understand kind of what's going on with mom's body and what we can expect when baby comes.
There's a baby in mama's tummy. Right now she is so small, but every day she's
Going better and better and better and better and better.
and one day she'll grow so big. She'll come
Mama and Bobby.
And we'll
Hold her.
and
Love her.
and we'll give her soft touches and soft kisses and tell her how much we love her. And then we'll bring her to our home and she'll be a special
Part of our family.
Like I said, it's very simple, but simple is meaningful and powerful in the mind of a toddler. And remember, all you're looking to do is to prepare your toddler for what to expect when baby comes. The next way you can help to prepare your toddler for the new arrival of your baby is to practice with a baby doll. Role play holding the baby so softly and setting the baby in the crib or in the bassinet. Role play feeding the baby or changing the baby's diaper. Role play reading stories with baby or bringing baby to the park. And as a bonus, if you have a baby doll that cries, you can even role play being sensitive to that cry, helping your toddler to even learn how to react to those cries, which can be overstimulating at first. If they're used to having a quiet house with just you and them, those cries are going to be a big change for your toddler. So if you can prep them on how to calmly and sensitively respond to those cries and help them to know that it's just baby communicating with you at that moment, your toddler will be much more prepared when baby actually arrives. Teach your boys and girls alike to be nurturing, compassionate, and sensitive. Practicing these nurturing, gentle, sensitive skills is a great way to consider your whole toddler's emotional development. Next up, involve them in the pregnancy. Talk about that baby in your belly often, like they're a member of your family, already there joining in with the fun. You can do this so simply by saying good morning and good night to baby, and even having baby instigate it as well. You can do it around mealtime. One of the most common phrases I think my toddlers hear throughout pregnancy is, "Mama needs a snack." Baby Sissy's saying,
Feed me.
"Feed me." Yeah, it's kind of goofy. We also went ahead and ordered our own baby Doppler so we could hear the heartbeat of our baby at home, which, by the way, we absolutely love. So I'll also include a link to that one that we have in the description below as well. But it's also a great way to involve your toddler. Have your toddler help to hold the Doppler on the baby's heartbeat. Talk about the baby's heartbeat and the sounds that they're hearing. The more that you normalize baby in your everyday conversations and interactions with your toddler, the less shocking it's going to be when that baby finally arrives. The last way that we're gonna help your toddler prepare for your new baby is you'll want to put a good amount of distance between any big changes for your toddler and the birth of your baby, both before and after. When at all possible, things like transitioning into a toddler bed, getting off the bottle or a binky, moving for heaven's sakes, potty training, that's a huge one. Transitions in general are hard for toddlers, and introducing a new member of your family is a huge transition for your toddler because it changes the whole dynamic in their life. So any additional big transitions in their life is really just going to complicate things for them emotionally and physically. Generally, you'll see a lot more behavioral pushback, and generally you'll also see quite a bit of regression. So do yourself a favor and try to space those other large transitions a couple months before baby or a couple months after baby. By the way, if you are getting ready for that potty training phase, do check out our popular potty training series. I'll link it above as well as in the description below from when we potty trained our firstborn toddler at 18 months old. Alrighty folks, that's a wrap. I mean, while this big life change is going to happen no matter what for your toddler, and yes, they're going to learn to adjust to it, there are so many ways that you can help to prepare your toddler for this big change, and likely you have 7 or 8 months of knowing that you're expecting before the baby comes to prepare your toddler. So you might as well use all the time you can get to help ease that transition for your toddler and your whole family. Congratulations on your new baby. We're so excited for you with your new family dynamic and hope that the transition can be absolutely as smooth as possible. Be sure to hit subscribe for other family-oriented content just like this, and we look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye!